close. It's so close.
Ew, you can see a lot of red spots when I do this. Other way.
What was that? Oh.
I don't know. It was just like a twisty tie or something.
It's not my fault, man.
You see him?
Yes. Where was I? What do you mean, why? After coming onto a person like that. Unbelievable. The end came out as a half sigh, talking to himself, but the alcohol befuddled, Mitsuki didn't seem to understand. Looking down at Mitsuki in his arms, Akihiko smugly declared, I'm not going to let you off easily tonight. Click! Akihiko turned on the bedside lamp with a click and squinted in the darkness. Wouldn't you rather see my face? Mitsuki lay dazed on the bed right where he'd been put down. Akihiko pounced on him and Mitsuki slipped his arms around Akihiko's neck. He let himself be pulled closer, and Mitsuki's eyes, dark with passion, closed slowly. Mitsuki gave him a little peck with lips that were soft and sweet. Mitsuki sighed, wiggled with Akihiko's breath. Didn't even think I stood not helping. When he tickled the inside of Mitsuki's mouth, the boy's body gave a shudder, and when their tongues rubbed together, their arms tightened as if he wanted more. Shut up! Mitsuki, said Akihiko. What's that? Once the long kiss had ended.
This is Deanna reading manga.
Technically, it's not manga, but...
Well...
Novel from a manga. Anyway. Shut up! Mitsuki, Tsunaki.
And sleep with me. Come on, why don't you sleep with me? Shut up. And sleep with me. Come on, and sleep with me.
Mitsuki's eyelids fluttered open and he smiled. His eyes were dark with passion. I said that twice now. And his slightly reddened cheeks were so alluring that Akihiko's breath caught in his throat. Akihiko was surprised by Mitsuki's unusual reaction. You're so... He swallowed with a gulp and started on Mitsuki's clothes. Mitsuki's skin, exposed bit by bit, looked exquisitely white in the darkness. Akihiko left little marks on the skin bathed in gentle light. He left a trail from neck to collarbone, and when he reached Mitsuki's chest, the boy's body writhed. When Akihiko began... It's writhed!
It's wreathed!
Writhed! Wreath is W-R-E-A-T-H. Wreath, like jingle bells, that kind of wreath.
No,
right?
wreathed!
Yes. No, it's writhed.
Wreathed!
Dictionary.com.
Okay, whatever.
Dictionary.com.
Read! Okay.
When Akihiko began rubbing Mitsuki's hip, he was sweaty from body heat or arousal. When his lips found Mitsuki's nipple, a high voice escaped from his throat. Akihiko grasped the nipple with his lips and fluttered his tongue against it, then sucked it. Does that feel good? The response wasn't affirmative or negative, but Mitsuki's body was like an open book. As he persistently fondled the tightened bud, Mitsuki's hips bucked. No. What is it? Here. What? I can't hear you. Even though he couldn't hear, he could tell what Mitsuki meant. But even so, he asked. And Akihiko was slightly annoyed at the part of his personality that made him tease Mitsuki so. Touch me here. Mitsuki took Akihiko's hand and guided it down to the bulge of his pants. He being pretty aggressive. As he spoke, Akihiko gently rubbed the spot with the palm of his hand.
I'm gonna fall off the chair.
Nice. His legs stiffened as they were touched, and the bulge got even harder. Akihiko grabbed the waistband of Mitsuki's jeans and pulled them down, along with his underwear. The organ was already wet. Who calls it an organ?
I know. It is, though.
Technically. Okay, medically. And pulling away the clothes scattered around Mitsuki's body, Akihiko spoke in a gentle voice. Open your legs more. You can do that, right? Because the lurker had taken away his inhibition, Mitsuki was more willing than usual in opening his body. Okay. Usually, Akihiko had to coax quite a bit before the boy would do what he was told. Akihiko took off his own shirt, tossed it aside, and slid his body between Mitsuki's legs. Just to feel Mitsuki's hot body so close to his own made him feel a bit dizzy. Yes? What? What's with the finger?
My death might be coming.
Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, the parents are coming, maybe, so we have to pause for a while.
Shut the door.
Alright. He pulled a plastic bottle from the drawer of the bedside table and ripped the cap off with his teeth. He dumped the gel into his hands to warm it a little. Did they ever use lube ever in the manga?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either. Tore it a little and then rubbed it between Mizuki's legs. It's cold.
This is so, like, freaking weird right here. Anyway, keep going.
Oh, what do you mean weird?
Keep going.
Okay. It'll warm up soon. Akihiko searched for the tightly closed opening with his fingers and rubbed it gently until it began to twitch hungrily. As soon as Akihiko's finger popped in, Mizuki's hips undulated. Okay. He didn't seem to be in pain, so Akihiko breathed a sigh of relief. As Akihiko slowly pushed his finger in farther, Mizuki's limbs began to tense. He pushed in as far as he could go, but when it began to pull out, Mizuki gave another sweet moan. Man, if they walk in like this. Akihiko moved his finger around to widen the space. The opening squeezed tight.
No, it's back! It's back!
The opera from hell! No! Good God, what is causing this? Away, demons! Away! Oh my God. I think we're leaving the sound off. Anyway, don't turn it on.
Oh, that was really weird.
It goes on forever. The opening squeezed tight, twitched, and then softly gave way. There was no resistance even when he put more fingers in. When he rubbed his finger near the opening, the legs around his waist squeezed tighter. No. I feel like I'm melting. I think this is the part that he was reading. That's what I'm trying to do, replied Akihiko with a smile. When he played with the front at the same time, Mizuki's voice got more passionate. He was only gently rubbing Mizuki's weeping erection, but the boy's face was contorted as though he might cry. It seemed as though he was about to come to a climax, so Akihiko squeezed it tightly in his fist.